As of today, God declares, I am aware of the path you are following. Although you may experience feelings of disorientation, you are not truly lost, as I am guiding you from within. You will not be destroyed by any circumstance, regardless of its severity. You are not being eliminated, rather, you are being modified. I am exerting myself to prevent you from being injured, but rather to instruct the enemy to refrain from interfering with your life, despite the tension. He will eventually comprehend that his deception and assault have only served to enhance and develop you. When you exit this, your clothing will not be tarnished or smoky. I will hearken as you recite your prayers. Individuals are inclined to inquire, where are you, God? I am attentive and present. I am receptive to your appeal. I do not hold that sentiment toward you. It is difficult for your natural mind to hear my words when the adversary is exerting so much pressure on your life. Investigate further. Do not perceive with your physical ears, rather, use the intellect of your spirit. That is the location of my residence and the site of my coronation. It will be the shortest distance between your current location and the point at which you can leave the issue you are currently confronting, as you will hear my voice saying, this is the path, walk in it. Make time to reflect on oneself during challenging periods. Get prepared to observe how your attitudes and behaviors are obstructing your progress and causing additional distress. Bring them to me and relinquish them as atoned trespasses and forgiven crimes. This is a wise decision. According to God, you should assign him the daily responsibilities you must complete, and he will ensure that you remain attentive and engaged in the current task. Your existence is not a shambles. You do not neglect things because you possess Christ's perspective. I will not only remind you of certain things, but also of all that is relevant and essential at that particular moment. My mind is enhancing my capacity to comprehend the constant evolution of events, as well as my memories and thoughts. Avoid self-confusion. You are not perplexed, rather, you are experiencing an excessive amount of anxiety. Be aware that the pressure within my glory is greater than the external pressure that is attempting to perplex and destabilize you. If you are experiencing feelings of frustration, it is important to consider that my occupation is helper. Would you like assistance? I am present to assist. I assure you that you will never be without assistance, as I am your assistant and support. When I am present, you can't lose. I am present to assist. This is my identity and my profession. Whenever you sense that you lack knowledge or education, remember that I am the educator. You will be instructed not only about my dominion but also about daily secrets and wise practices that will enhance your quality of life. I will assist you in formulating the appropriate response at the appropriate moment, thereby resolving any enigma that may arise. God assures us, do not be apprehensive, for that is not the spirit I bestow. Therefore, there is no need to be concerned about a lack of knowledge, confusion, forgetfulness, or inability to comprehend the significance of the matter. My clarity of thought and fortitude are fortifying every aspect of your mind to ensure that you are prepared for the day and emerge victorious. God informs you today that the power of agreement will facilitate your breakthrough. It will occur as long as two individuals on earth agree. Certainly, that is the crystal clear promise of my word. May there be an end to all conflict and strife. To prevent the adversary from causing disagreements and breakdowns among other Christians, do not allow them to exploit you. The individuals under my leadership engage in conflicting activities rather than collaborating to advance the faith that was previously bestowed upon the saints. I did not contact you to engage in a heated argument with your sibling. Ignore the request to be heard and understood. Today, unite and experience the benediction that emanates from the beard, specifically Aaron's beard, when the body collaborates to combat their shared adversary. My dearest, you are welcome to reside in my blessing forevermore refuge. It is the location where you prioritize the unity and agreement of other Christians over your own opinion. Your thoughts can be raised, and change can be observed by reaching a consensus on the genuine issues and requirements of your community. Abandon all trivial matters and disputes. It is unnecessary to be correct to maintain a proper relationship. Prioritizing your opinion rights over the preservation of relationships constitutes your involvement in the issue rather than your contribution to its resolution. I implore you to cease your conflict and opt for humility and regret, which are perpetually concealed by my approbation and favor. Silence is preferable to speaking aloud in a tense situation. Before the video continues, please like it and share it with your family. Because my channel is getting low, please share this video, like the video, and donate some dollars as super thanks. I do not wish for you to be burdened by the past, guilt, or grief in any future that may arise. Today, God commands us to relinquish the past. Release it. The Bible states, some individuals may exert themselves to identify your shortcomings and vulnerabilities, however, I do not wish for them to do so. Therefore, you must rise, be well, and progress. Remember the words of David in Psalm 51 when he felt as though he had committed a dreadful act. Against you and you alone have I sinned. In the end, your most significant obligation is to me, which was fulfilled on the cross, regardless of the opinions of others. The Father declares, "End all suffering." Allow me to evaluate the past and acknowledge the purification of Calvary. The advice that has been given to you on numerous occasions is to go and sin no more. You have not always made the correct decisions in your life. Errors have occurred. Occasionally, the repercussions have been harrowing or even embarrassing. The blood that was shed on the cross was sufficient to cleanse and redeem you. You are declared to be pure by God. The words I spoke to you have cleansed you. When you yield to my kindness and offer your life as a sacrifice in front of my throne, this is the result. Divine proclamation. Today, you will recognize me as the individual who reserves the most exceptional qualities for the end. Your later years will be superior to your earlier ones. The conclusion of your existence will be superior to the commencement. You will be in my presence and will know me, and I will raise you. You will ask for the last drop of my spirit. When I reach you, it will be akin to the dawn, and the ground will be covered in both fresh and old rain. I have reserved the most significant portion for last. In light of this, declare, proclaim for the latter deluge. The Father states, it is the third day, specifically the third day of Hosea and the third day of the wedding at Cana. On this day, I transform water into wine that surpasses all other wines in the establishment. The quality of the previous rain's vintage was noteworthy, and the quality of the forthcoming rain's vintage appears to be even more exceptional. The groom was commended by the director of the wedding feast in Cana for saving the finest wine for the end. In the same way, my people will praise and celebrate their bridegroom, which will result in a great deal of gladness and celebration, much like the latter rain has fallen, bringing a great deal of my spirit to everyone and bringing revival to the land. According to the Lord, the vats of the finest harvest will overflow and fill the vessels and new wineskins. I delved into the depths of the earth 2,000 years ago and witnessed more chaos and anguish than you will ever witness. Today, God commands us to ascend to a higher level. I had devised contingency plans for each obstacle that would arise at that time. I don't have to reiterate that position. The task has been completed. The task has been completed. I am now summoning you from the depths of your sorrow and leading you to a location where you can be with me. You are not required to perform any additional actions beyond what Calvary has already accomplished for you. There is no necessity to await divine intervention. The task has already been completed. Take a break from the slumber of despair and pessimism. The situation is not dismal, and the future is not bleak. The antagonist is attempting to deceive you with that. He will retreat from you if you resist him. Your future is contingent upon your decision to remain despondent or to embrace the optimistic narrative. There is no necessity to make the best of things, as you will achieve superior outcomes and realize your most profound aspirations when you reject victimhood and advance, anticipating the truth of my word in your life and the realization of my promise, which has been beneficial to numerous individuals throughout history. Before the video continues, please comment, Amen, and please help me by giving me super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. Today, God instructs us to seek out the daily gift that I provide. I gave because I loved profoundly. I am a giver by nature, and you will never be able to approach me without being affected by my kindness. I will provide you with an abundance of heaven to satisfy all of your requirements if you genuinely serve me in my kingdom. I will not investigate your moral history before responding to your prayer. It is raining for both the good and the evil. Despite the challenges you face in your life, I am and will always be by your side. I am not interested in receiving an explanation as to why I am not disclosing it to you. As long as you have faith in my spirit and my message, my instruments are prepared for use in your life. Faith is the catalyst for abundance in all areas that require it. Continue to seek and anticipate the numerous instruments that will satisfy all of your requirements. It is important to maintain an honest heart and not disregard aspects of your personality and beliefs that do not align with my own. Please comprehend that my benevolence is the catalyst for transformation. People are led to repentance by my compassion. Why would I not bestow upon you an additional boon, given that I willingly relinquished my soul's son on the cross 2,000 years ago? You are not deserving of the sacrifice I made on the cross, and you are not deserving of any other actions I take daily. Aligning your character and thoughts with my heart is not an endeavor to obtain benefits that are not yours, but rather a response to my dependability, to demonstrate my unconditional love. Decide to embrace my love and gifts today, and allow them to significantly alter your life and heart. Today, the divine instructed you to remain steadfast in your faith. Remain steadfast in your faith rather than in your physical form. The physical person would like to maintain control over your thoughts and emotions to prevent you from achieving your utmost potential. Resist the urges of your sexual nature. Be cognizant that your perspectives may undermine your progress and prevent you from accomplishing your objectives. Individuals, I did not inquire about your opinions. Rather, I requested that you remain within the facility. If you remain in the vine that I am, you will produce a significant amount of fruit. Are you experiencing significant outcomes? Allow your thoughts to improve until only my energy reaches the portions of your inner self that are connected to me, where it finds leaves, flowers, and substances. When they overburden your spirit, opinions become strongholds and grievances. Enhance your devotion to my word to mitigate the detrimental consequences of self-imposed perspectives. It is not the truth at all that the so-called truth takes away from my character and takes over my spirit in you. My word will be held in high regard by those who are profoundly at peace and will never experience anger. Is it not to your liking? Next, continue. You reside near the summit, where the waves of immorality demonstrate their humiliation daily. I followed the deep calls unto deep of my spirit and descended into the depths, where the purified currents of my spirit will cleanse you and prepare you for the day ahead and the destiny that awaits all who remain in me. Today, God instructs you to refrain from providing justifications for declining to receive your gifts. I am unconcerned with the concepts that the natural mind generates. The items that you believe will remain unchanged and have been impeding your progress are comparable to minute grains of sand on a scale. I can eliminate them instantly. The facts and realities that the natural mind never questions become the things that impede your progress in my domain. It is time to demolish those pillars, as they are impeding my plan for your life. Develop the ability to query the natural mind, as the carnal mind is incapable of accepting criticism. This is the point at which I endeavor to exceed your expectations and effect change. Do not assume that the status quo will persist. I am guiding you along the path that leads to your deepest desires and most significant accomplishments, declares God. What degree of cooperation are you prepared to provide? What is the extent to which you desire for your existence to improve? Are you prepared to relinquish all possessions, including those that symbolize personal interests and profound affection, if I request it? Acquire the ability to execute tasks without the necessity of a justification. I implore you to consent without providing your mind with a reason. Rather, be assured that I am correcting and guiding you with compassion, which will enable you to have faith in the outcome I anticipate for you. Currently, God is interested in discovering what other outcomes could be beneficial. I am adhering to those regulations in your existence. The Lord has stated that He desires to bring paradise to earth through your circumstances. I am solely motivated by the desire to assist, enhance, and advance you. Refrain from listening to individuals who assert that they are speaking on my behalf but hold opposing opinions. I am aware that you desire change and are seeking my assistance in achieving it. However, it is important to note that I am the one who initiates events in paradise, while you are the one who initiates events on earth. What am I attempting to articulate? The enemy is attempting to deceive you into believing that you have exhausted all of your resources, made all of your sacrifices, and that there is nothing else you can do. The Father states, "Give me cooperation, and I will grant you change." Discard all of this reasoning. My kingdom will not enter your life if you simply remain a spectator. Everything that is currently occurring is a direct consequence of your actions. You must execute an alternative course of action to achieve a distinct outcome. As an alternative to the actions you are presently implementing, what other actions could you implement? First, relinquish the self-indulgent, self-serving, and depressing sadness party that the adversary is attempting to ensnare you in. Jonah was liberated from the whale's belly by me, the deity. What actions could you take in your life if you had an additional day, hour, or minute to assist those who are experiencing darkness without expecting anything in return? Your initial objective should be to concentrate on individuals, as the actions you take to assist others will be reciprocated. I do not desire for you to be unable to move if you do not heed and act on that order. I will respond by opening the heavens and filling you beyond your wildest dreams if you become a conduit who is completely dedicated to serving others in every possible way, says God. According to God, your existence is embedded with significance that you are incapable of altering. I instructed all Christians from the 1st century to the present day to live in a manner that is consistent with their vocation through the prophet Paul. Dear one, there is a unique plan for your existence. A mantle is awaiting your acceptance and placement upon your shoulders. It is not incorrect for you to exist. Your birth is not an accident. I created you as a result of this instant in your age. Your divine calling is genuine, and it is awaiting your faith and obedience to enable the grace I have bestowed upon you to be realized. In this manner, you can fulfill your purpose and be perceived as a devoted individual. This is an issue that cannot be resolved by a single individual. I transform you into a priest and a monarch or queen. It is my privilege to conceal myself, and it is your privilege as the king under the King of Kings to locate, investigate, and pursue the portion of the task that is legitimately yours to perform on earth. I will reiterate, your existence is not detrimental. Because I have granted you my limitless potential and all of heaven's resources, you are capable of accomplishing all that I have planned for you today. I urge you to rise and depart. Move forward and stand up. Everything you perceive as lacking will be made available to you as you move forward. Today, God instructs us to conceal His yes within our souls. I assure you that I will fulfill all of my obligations today. There is no uncertainty or ambiguity. I am a proponent of affirmation. The crucifixion is my response to the eternal supplication of the loyal heart. Life may respond with a no, but cling to the yes and amen of my word. Please refrain from allowing doubt, questioning, wrath, or resentment to impede your enjoyable experience. It is crucial to recognize that God is observing you today. Be cautious not to allow yourself to experience feelings of depression or distress. Regardless of the circumstances, it is important to maintain a positive attitude and have faith that you will receive the items I have promised, as I have said yes to you today. Rise against the challenging issues you are currently encountering and declare, it is over. Avoid becoming ensnared in a problem that appears to be unsolvable. The foundation for success is established by the promises I have made to you throughout your existence. My affection for you is the distinguishing factor. Consider the numerous instances in which I have demonstrated my loyalty in the past when you were feeling despondent. I will regain the trust of that individual. I will provide you with guidance and assistance in resolving this issue. The Father declares, I am the one who controls the storm. I will subordinate the enemy and all of his followers to you. I will place your foot on the neck of the individual who solely arrives to steal, murder, and destroy. The Father declares, you will witness my triumph, which was achieved on the cross 2,000 years ago. Today, divine guidance instructs us to reject negativity. Negative emotions result in a loss of vitality and the development of issues that are not their responsibility. Negativity will prevent you from experiencing the positive developments that are imminent in your life. Do not retain the undesirable. The kingdom is devoid of any pessimists. Christ's character is devoid of any sardonic qualities. Please refrain from discussing it with any of you at any time. It is important to remember that your spirit will be tarnished by the presence of negative individuals or objects. The heart is the source of all that is significant in life. Accepting criticism will establish the foundation for the subsequent events in your life. You must be aware that it is inappropriate to behave haphazardly in the presence of unsavory individuals. Beloved, to eliminate the poison of negativity that resides within you, you must establish new, intimate relationships and friendships. Do not respond to them again, and refrain from engaging in their conversation or discourse. Even though you are not superior to them, you can make a more informed decision. Select an existence to develop. Kindly select a personality that is as pure as that of a child. Refrain from engaging in any form of morbid humor or one-upmanship. Many of my sons and daughters have slipped into the trap and have never been able to escape. You will be liberated from this snare. The Spirit influences financial transactions by divine contact. You are depositing funds from the kingdom into your glory account as your faith in my name increases. I informed you that the plenty and glory would satisfy all of your requirements. What is the location of that beauty? It is within you. You possess the capacity to satisfy the requirements of others in addition to your desires. Your responses do not emanate from an ethereal realm that is beyond your grasp. I am the one who resides within you, and I possess the ability to provide you with anything you require. Some individuals who speak in my name advocate for a destitution that they would never choose to inhabit. They constitute a collection of individuals who possess limited knowledge. Given that there is no poverty in paradise, why would I select it as a means of enhancing your character? As in heaven, so on earth, is the standard model I use to describe your existence. Can you comprehend the extent of the resources that heaven offers? There is no inflation, deficit, or shortage. My presents are capable of satisfying any desire or requirement. Utilize the information I have provided and allow it to emerge in response to the demands of those in your vicinity. Money is analogous to blood in this regard. It must circulate, as failure to do so will result in its demise and exacerbate its condition. My limitless abundance will enter your life as your limited resources deplete, providing you and others with an abundance that exceeds their requirements. This is the most advanced level of business. Before the video ends, I request you to help me by doing something super. Thanks. I don't have a house, and I have to make my new house. So please help us. We will be very grateful to you.